Greetings, fellow cruisers. We're going to start this video out today with a map of the Amber Cove port area. It'll show you where you can get to the pool area, dining, shopping, where you can catch your excursions, the Amber Cove sign. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you have any questions, let us know. And this is walking down the pier. I've cut off a lot of the first section of it. As you probably know, if you've cruised before, you're going to walk down a long pier before you get into the port area. And we just passed the rickshaws on the right. They are free of charge. They will take you from the ship to the port or from the port back to the ship. Again, free of charge, but do tip them. They are out there all day in the sun, riding you guys back and forth. So, as with most ports, you're going to walk in through the duty-free store. And obviously they do this, they want you to buy some stuff while you're there, help support the local economy. In here you'll find souvenirs, alcohol, tobacco, fragrances, some jewelry. And remember, it is duty-free, which means you don't have to pay taxes on it, unless you buy a whole bunch. So as you walk out the back doors here into the Amber Port area, to the left, you are going to have your shopping. If you're going on an excursion, back that way is where you'll pick up your tour bus. You can rent a car back there and just go explore the island for a day. And there's also an information booth. But we will get to that a little bit later on in the video. First, we're going to head over towards the pool area, which is where most people are going to go here in Amber Cove. It is free of charge to use the pool. They've got what they call a lazy river, but without tubes. You can rent pool floats for the day. There is a big rental office there, and we'll also show you that a little bit later as well on what the options are for rentals. To your left, there is a walkway. It's going to go up a bunch of stairs up towards the sky bar. The water slide entrance is up that way, and as well as the zip line. And something else, again, we will get to that a little bit later and take you up to check out the sky bar. Right in front of us here now is the Coco Cana Cafe, where if you're hungry, sit in there, get some food. And then to our right, and we'll get a little bit closer view of that later, but that's where the fish spa is. And if you haven't seen a fish spa, again, you'll see that a little bit later in the video. If you have ever went to a fish spa, got a fish pedicure, let us know how it is. I've heard some mixed reviews. Some people love it. Some people just say, ew, I can't imagine people do that. Well, this port is pretty cool. They've got a DJ up in there. They will be blasting music all day. You can just hang out in the pool if you'd like. There's a lot of chairs around here. It's got capacity for 2 ships, which we do have the Mardi Gras and the Carnival Vista in port today. We go over this bridge here. It's not too packed in this area because these are the VIP rentals. You can rent a chair with an umbrella, and you see the lazy river that goes under the bridge here. People just kind of walk through the lazy river. It's not that deep. You see some people on pool floats, which can be rented. But it's a nice area here over on the island of where the lazy river goes around. Because you do get the umbrellas and the nice chairs with the padded seating as well. And you see back there, you get the hillside cabanas and poolside cabanas, which are also for rent. And at the end of this video, I'll put a photo in there of the rentals that are available and their costs there as well. And as we go back over the other bridge to get off the island area, down here to our right, it's a nice shallow area. If you have kids, check out that little area because it is, I can sit in that area and it not be above my neck at the deepest point. There are water slides over here to our left. Water slides are an additional fee, but they are only $5 for an unlimited number of rides. Got a nice little splash pad here for the kids as well. My kids played there for a little bit. We had the 7 and 9-year-old with us this trip. So they played in there for a little bit, but it's not huge, and there were a bunch of kids running around at the time. But if you do have young ones, they will like to enjoy that little area. And here we are back to where I was telling you about with the Sky Bar. We're going to go up a bunch of steps. I got my bodyguard with me today, my 7-year-old son, and he got a little winded going up these stairs. So it is a little bit of a hike. It's not too bad, but it is a little bit of a hike up the stairs, and there's just some gravel in between them. So be careful, watch your step. On the other side, to the right of the water slides you saw before, there is a ramp. It's not stairs, so if you're in a wheelchair, mobility scooter, you can still get up there going around the other side. And as we get up these stairs, you get a nice little view out over the ocean. We'll get a peek at the Mardi Gras ship, which is in port. The Carnival Vista is behind the Mardi Gras, so you really can't see it from up here. But you'll see a little view of the aft as we get later on this video as well. But you do see the stairs. They're not like concrete stairs. They're not wooden, deck steps. So definitely be careful. We did see a few people tripping up the stairs, and it looks like some of the stairs up here, you can see fresh yellow now. They were getting painted at some point. They got halfway down, but I'm sure they're going to continue getting them nicely painted on the rest of the way down. There's a peek of the ship you can see. And we got our last couple stairs here, and then you'll see we get to the top. If you haven't been to Amber Cove, give it a try. Again, you've got to cruise Carnival to get to this island, or this part of the island, but it is a nice port, and you don't have to buy an excursion here. You can if you'd like, but you don't have to have a good day at the pool. And there is that Sky Bar. Great view from up in the Sky Bar. Again, I got my little guy with me right now, so we didn't get up into there. But down that path is the ramp I was telling you about. That's where the water slides are. And that little hut up there is where the zip line starts. And you will see more of the zip line later on in this video as well. Down the back side of this mountain here, you see a solar field out in the distance. And a little cleared area. I don't know if they're doing some kind of construction there, or they're going to continue that solar field. But if you want to get to this island, we have the best rates on cruises, so give us a call, 980-224-2207. Alright, we're back down here at the bottom of the port again. We're going to walk through a little bit of history. We got a big koi pond down here. And just past this, we're going to have a large replica of a prehistoric lizard that they do have on display at the Amber Museum. And that is going to be a lizard that is encased in a piece of amber. And it's basically, I think they say 25 to 40 million years old. So if you get a chance to go to the Amber Museum, go check it out. We didn't get there on this trip, but it's a little piece of history for you. And they made this little area just to get some people out of the port. Nice little serene area. Go back here, it's shady, and until you get into the open sun back where the shopping area is here again. Nice little waterfall on this side. Kind of like a rainforest when you get back in here without the damp humidity. So as we come back up into the port area, we're going to get to where a bunch of the shopping is. Now, if you like shopping, I'm not going to say it's one of the best ports to go shopping at, but you do have plenty of options. Nice little gardens in the middle. Again, you see the Mardi Gras sticking up above the buildings over there. And they were actually running a lifeboat test when we were here. They have to do it every so often. So they'll take one of the lifeboats down, drive it around a little bit, make sure it works, make sure the crew knows how to use it. That way, if there ever is an emergency, fortunately not for the people on the ship, but your crew will know how to take precautions if necessary. And again, we've got some more shopping up here. We got statues, some fountains, just a nice place to walk around to get away from the hustle and bustle of that pool area. My little guy there likes the big masks up there. He said, "You got to take a video of them." I said, "All right, you're the boss." And if we see back there in the distance, between the next two buildings is actually where you go out to meet your buses for any excursions you already have pre-booked. There is car rentals, like I was saying before. You can just rent a car here and just go take it for a ride. If you just want to explore on your own, then you have that option there as well. Now there is a little beach just outside of the port area. I only saw a couple people on that beach, so I'm not sure if it's any good. Um, but only a couple people actually made it to that beach. And up here on the left in the center, that building there is your information desk basically. Some people like to go get their passport books stamped. Not many of the ports do it anymore. But if you do come here to Amber Cove, they will stamp your passport book in that information hut as well. And more shopping. We typically don't come on a cruise to do shopping. Just see my little guy's got his shirt off the whole time. He's more of a fun in the sun, let's go in the pool, let's go explore kind of a guy. We're going to go out towards the ocean area now, where we're going to come up to a couple more shopping. There's some eateries out here. You might be able to see the beach off in the distance here, straight ahead of you. But again, not many people out there. I don't think there were any out there at the time. Again, here we see the Mardi Gras off in the distance. The vista is back there as well, but if you've traveled on either the Mardi Gras or the Carnival Vista, you know that you won't be able to see the vista behind the Mardi Gras. Remember, we will deal with any cruise line. We can give you the best rate, extra onboard credit, some additional perks. If you want to put a group together, we can do that for you too. We have had groups put together. The group leaders can get even free cruises with the credits that they get, only paying port fees, taxes, and gratuities. So if you're somebody that likes to put groups together, get a family events, maybe for your business, bringing a bunch of employees, give us a call, 980-224-2207. Here we are back here in the pool area, and I mentioned the fish spa earlier in the video. Basically what you do here is you sit down, put your feet in the tank of fish, and they just nibble away at your feet. I'm very interested in this and seeing what you know about it. Have you done it? Let us know in the comments. This time, instead of going into the pool area, we're going to walk around back and show you kind of what's in the bay. This is an area called the Amber Coast, which is where it gets the name of the port Amber Cove from. Your rental office is up here on the right. And again, at the end of this video, I'll put a picture up there of all the rentals that they have and their pricing there as well. And you see the Mardi Gras and a little bit of the Carnival Vista sticking out the back there now. You always know when you're in paradise. when you got palm trees all over and those straw roofed huts. We got a few bungalows back here, or pergolas, whatever you'd like to call them, with some hammocks if you just want to relax. Not many people really use them, but again, it gets you away from that pool area, which is usually the highlight of the Amber Cove port. So feel free to go sit in those hammocks and just relax, chill out for a little bit. You do see the wires up above. They are for the zip line. You might see some people flying across. There goes one right now. I believe the zip line is $28. And it's one of the longest zip lines down here in the islands in the Caribbean. You can see back in the distance there again to the right, we've got some overwater cabanas. If you want to stay away from that pool area, they're not too pricey. I mean, you'll spend a little bit on them, but you know, they hold a bunch of people as well. So just to get away from the pool, and if you just want more of a relaxing time here in Amber Cove, you know, check out the cabanas out there. There's someone else going down the zip line. We're going to walk out here towards the bay, the nice blue waters. And you see again the Carnival Vista, the aft sticking out the back there a little bit, and the Mardi Gras there, which is much larger in size. I think it's about 50,000 gross tons larger than the Carnival Vista. Okay, walking underneath the zip line now. I waited here for a minute to see if we can get somebody going by, but they decided not to come by until I passed. So we'll get back to see someone cruising in there on one of those zip lines. You can see a building back there in the distance. They have a beach volleyball court, and that building back there is what they call the crew center. That is for not for the guests that visit Amber Cove, but it's for the ship's crew that come in, because this is a Carnival owned and Carnival built out port. They will support their crew. They have some food back there for them. Just a nice little area for them to get off the ship and hang out. Now we'll get back to these zip lines. And as always, we want you to remember, if you want to plan a cruise, any cruise line, not just Carnival, we have great rates on Royal Caribbean. We can almost always beat their pricing directly. Norwegian, Celebrity, Princess, Carnival. Any cruise line you're interested in, please give us a call, 980-224-2207. We will give you the best rate and extra onboard credit as well for booking with us. And as promised, here's a list of pricing for the rentals for your umbrellas, pool noodles, floats, lockers, cabanas, anything you can get here at Amber Cove. And as always, happy cruising!